I'm just taking a picture of my dogs because they're cute right now. Got me.
Hey, everybody deserves a picture and a selfie and whatever else.
I don't like
Welcome,
doing
everybody. What was that?
I don't like doing selfies because I always look. No, there's not much that can fix that.
You're good.
Come on.
Welcome everybody to a new episode of Haunted Experiences in 60 with Diana Henry and myself, Nick Sarlo, from Shadow Hunters Paranormal Investigation and Events on WLTK-DB, The Talk, Paranormal Radio.
Todd's pretty happy you did it right.
I know. Say it right or pay the price.
Ooh, he's very scary.
That was from our guest. We have a private chat going on back here. Camp Anawana. I love that. Oh, that was my favorite show. Salute your short. Anyways, welcome to another episode. We have a very special guest for you that is going to be joining us tonight.
And it's not Diane.
It's look at a ball break. Before we bring them on, we are going to be talking about our haunted experiences at Ashmore Estates. Ashmore Estates is located in Ashmore, Illinois, and it's about 3 hours from us?
Yeah, about that.
About 3 hours from us. Very, very interesting place. I remember seeing Ashmore Estates on TV when Ghost Adventures went there, when Destination Fear went there and everything. And I've always wanted to go. I just thought it'd be a really cool place to go to. And we finally went because of Jenny Davis. She had some extra spots available and we took advantage of it and we went. We definitely had a good time. I almost got attacked by a bat, and you guys will see the video later. And I ran right to Mama.
Yes, because I am the protector of all. I'm 5'4", everybody.
She was the only one there.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm scary, I tell you.
Nah. Well, you will be September 16th.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. But we will bring on our special guest. Everybody, please welcome Nick Simons from Netflix's 28 Days Haunted.
Hey,
hi, Nick.
Really? 28 days? Really? Really? That's what everybody says all the time. Yes, really. It was 28 days. I still have the vacation form that I took off of work for 30 days.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank God you had the last two.
And actually, it was 2 years ago today. I was out in Connecticut currently filming. We filmed from July into August. I returned to work on August 15th. And I left August 17th, excuse me. It's been a couple years. And yeah, left in July, and it was just as hot out there as it is here. I know you guys are minutes away from where I live. Mm-hmm. And it's probably scorching hot right now.
Yeah, it's not so bad hot. It's the humidity, especially after today's thunderstorms. Like that really brought it.
When you get all your fluids in one breath. It's not good.
I clearly don't have enough fluids. This is all vodka.
Well, good man.
There we go. So Nick, before we begin and we talk about Ashmore Estates, how was your experience being on Netflix? Like, you know, being able to do an investigation for the show and everything. And how does it feel investigating for something for 28 days?
My wife didn't like it. I'll tell you that much. After about day 8, we were all ready to strangle each other. And by day 15, each person that was on the cast, all 8 of us, has all said this separately. on different programs, and we all kind of agreed on it when we were all together out in Los Angeles. But by day 15, it seemed like the veil really got thin for everybody, and you started to experience more in the house, like more footsteps at night. You know, I'd lay in bed at night trying to go to sleep, and my door handle would be jiggling to my room, and it was just it something about 15 days haunted really amplified at, you know, day 15 into 16, and it just kind of like leveled out and stayed like that until we left. It was weird, and I think it followed some of us home. The first night out of there, our flights got canceled back to Iowa from Connecticut, and Aaron and I were cursed. We had to drive from Connecticut all the way back to Iowa, and we did it in one single trip, 17 hours. It was
that's harsh.
Yeah. But the experience as a whole, it was cool. Aaron and I, we come from a background of YouTube. So on YouTube, you're your own director.
Yep.
And to leave all that behind and go work under the umbrella of a major production company, it's wild, because it's like normally we're just used to, all right, let's try this over here and we'll do that over there. Not anymore. Tonight I want you guys to focus on this, but that's boring. I said focus on it. Okay, we're going. Well, you get used to it pretty quick. There's big Hollywood terms that I'm still not sure what the hell they mean. I just kind of nod my head and go along with it. Producers would come
Smile
in
and wave.
and be like, we're going to go into Ernst at about 3:00. And I'm like, what the hell is Ernst? Is that like money you put down on a house, an Ernst payment? Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah. It was cool, though. 3 out of 5 stars. Would do it again.
There you go.
Not for 28 days, though. That was a little long. A little expensive.
That seems like it really took up a lot of your time.
Well,
28 days.
Not just taking up a lot of the time. You think about the stuff that like YouTube would do on investigation, and times that by 28 days, like every single night investigating, no nights off. Like you run out of ideas, and it's like you don't want to bore the production team down with the same experiments every night. So you try to come up with new stuff, and it's like you can only like send Aaron to the basement alone so many times before it's like, man, we gotta start a fire in the house or something and see if we get communication from that.
Right.
Yeah, and not to mention the paranormal hangover. You guys must have just been dying.
A lot of people talk about the paranormal hangover, and yeah, it was tough to live with that for 28 days. By like night 3, we were like watching the sunset going, no, please stay. Begging the sun not to set. If it's daylight out, they won't make us investigate.
Yeah. Did they ever make you guys investigate during the day?
No, during the day, it was mostly a lot of like pickup lines, interviews, and conversations. I mean, we had to film so many conversations that didn't even make the cutting room floor, just so they had different content and different ways that they could steer the story. So they choose.
Yeah.
Okay. It was like we'd have a whole conversation just like we have had now since the show started. And we'd hit that 10-minute mark, and they'd be like, all right, let's run that again from the top. And it's like, we just spoke for 10 minutes, and now we have to do it again. Oh,
no.
We couldn't have stopped us like 30 seconds in.
Oh, fun.
TV's wild, man.
I bet it is. Yeah. We're good with Paraflix and YouTube right now, so we'll stay there.
Yeah, Paraflix and YouTube, you get to be your own boss, and you don't have to worry about reshoots and pickup lines and all that fun stuff going.
Well, the only reshoots that we have to worry about is when people on our team fart during the middle of an interview.
Hey,
Yeah.
that'd be me right there.
And then we got to recut it. But it's fun though, because then we get to use it in the outtakes, and everybody loves outtakes. So
Bloopers.
right.
Let's hear that again. This time slowed down. There's a voice in it. That's me.
Didn't that just say run?
Yeah, right.
It said, "Get out."
There you go. There you go.
Don't eat
Oh,
Taco
my
Bell
goodness.
after 2 a.m.
Ooh.
Don't eat Taco Bell, dude. That'll kill you.
Chipotle. I love
Chipotle,
Chipotle.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
Oh my god.
so Nick, how many times have you been to Ashmore Estates? Just once?
I've been
Or-
to Ashmore Estates 3 times. 2 times
Three-
investigating, and another time we had just started filming investigations for a little website. You may have heard it. It was put on by Nick Groff and Elizabeth Saint called Vidi.space.
Oh, yes.
And both of them were down there, so we zipped down there and hung out with them, just like a team meeting. It was cool to chat with them in person. Like I get to talk to Nick and Elizabeth about, just like different cameras and setups that we could use. And yeah, it was a good time just to hang out at Ashmore. And that was actually the first time I got to meet Robin Terry.
Mhm.
Not to toot my own horn, but I was introduced to Robin by Nick Groff. So,
Oh yeah. There you go.
toot, toot.
That's always good.
Yeah. And Robin you can ask for a better owner in the entire field of haunted locations. I mean,
Absolutely.
he goes the extra mile when it comes to that building and making sure that, his guests are taken care of by, building those cabins and having the IR floodlights everywhere. So everybody has a nice, pretty shot. I mean, you shut off all the lights in there and then turn on the IR filter on your night vision camera, and it's like daytime. There's so many IR floodlights in there. And, putting them lights in the stairwells that he has that make sure that nobody falls down the stairs. I mean, there's no other location I can think of right now that has put the investigators at the forefront of locations like that, with the safety and the lighting and everything. And it's just an awesome place to go to. And it's extremely haunted. It's still number 1 in my book out of the 2 investigations I've had there. It's just been crazy the whole time. And if there's time, you can go 20 minutes down the road and eat at the original Jimmy John's location. Hey, I'm not sponsored, but Jimmy John's, get a hold of me.
There we go.
This is too funny. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, when we went there, we had a great time at Ashmore Estates, and that was our first time there. So we would love to go back, and I think it was really cool, kind of seeing the sunset, and then when the sunset, we're looking like, all right, this is it, time to go in.
You're kind of like me on 28 Days on it.
Yeah, right.
No, God, please.
Try pushing it back up.
Doing a rain dance to try to keep the sun up.
Come on, go back.
Will it work? I'll give you money.
Oh
Yeah, it was definitely an experience. It was very hot that day that we went to. I remember that.
They had air conditioning in the cabins too.
They did.
Yes.
They had the air, and we brought the fan too because we weren't sure. So we had the fan going, we had the air going. It was great.
Like Taj Mahal of all the haunted locations.
Yeah, I know.
I've slept at the Villisca Axe Murder House. I've always made sure that I'm like right in front of the air and just have it blow down and like caress me all evening.
Yeah, Villisca, that's a place that we definitely want to check out. We haven't been there.
That's a hot house.
Yeah.
You turn the air off because you need peace and quiet during your investigation. You feel it like right now.
Probably right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Ashmore, we had a great time there, and we had, we had experiences, but it wasn't like we didn't feel threatened or
Ever.
anything like that. Like I don't know, there could be something there like that, but for us, we didn't feel anything like that at all.
Absolutely. There's a it seems to me like there's a split between investigators that go places and do things. Like there's the investigators that are like everywhere they go, it's the worst absolute investigation ever. Somebody gets thrown, scratched, punched, kicked. And then there's investigators like us three that go places and have wonderful experiences, and it sparks conversations about what happened and could it be this and all sorts of speculation, and it's just a wonderful time. And I'm right there with you guys. Both investigations I've done there have been wonderful investigations, very active investigations, and at no point was I like terrified for my life. And I that's probably one thing that I do love about Ashmore. Like, it scared me, but it was just, things that caught me off guard, because I've done thousands of investigations where it's like, okay, the SB7's talking, okay, a millimeter lit up, okay, K2 lit up, and that's it. We go home. This is like Ashmore. There's like phantom footsteps and disembodied voices, and it's like, this is awesome. And like, you kind of like your hype, as the kids say, your level of hype is through the roof, and every little click and pop is just like you're I see where people get the idea for those YouTube thumbnails all the time. I mean, that's what it's like. That's what it's like there. It's like somebody drives by and you're like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, that would describe Ashmore.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think, I mean, at least for me, I think for that place, we had some activity in the basement when we first went in there. And I remember a lot of people saying like, oh yeah, the basement, like, don't go in the basement. There's a lot of bad stuff in there. And I mean, that was the first place we went, was in the basement. We're like, well,
of course,
we don't really feel anything.
See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, what we do in there? We did a spirit box session in there, and then we had the REM pod in there and stuff like that. And then I think it was either Terry or Tracy that went with us. The ladies from Florida. Didn't one of them feel like they were being pushed down the stairs down there?
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was because names don't stick. So yeah, no. But I had my hair pulled.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. And I was like, is there a bug? And then it was like, no. And then all of a sudden it just felt like because my hair was in a ponytail. And I kind of felt like a couple of hairs just getting pulled out of the ponytail.
There you go.
But that was like, oh.
Polar Knights just wrote, you heard the good news that the Amityville house, they are turning it into a bed and breakfast.
Oh.
There we go.
Well,
if you like flies on your windowsill.
Yeah, right. Flies for breakfast.
Yeah.
What's that noise? Okay, here we go.
Yeah. It'll be Nick and Diana on the new YouTube cover looking out that window.
Help me.
But no, I mean, Ashmore was definitely good. He said not even open and fully booked. I wouldn't doubt
that's
it.
Awesome.
Wouldn't doubt it. The place always.
Villisca's the same way. Villisca is booked. I mean, as soon as they release their schedule for next year, it fills up like boop, that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a little bitty, itty bitty. I think the house is like 600 square feet.
Yeah, it looks tiny. Villisca, it definitely looks tiny.
I feel bad for the groups that have 27 people in them and they all show up.
Yeah, that one we're only going to need to bring like
everybody
6
knows the
people.
group with 27 people in. Their cover photo is all 27 of them. Just we're here and we want answers. Good luck. You ain't gonna get any.
Nothing.
No, not at all. Hi, Amy. What was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of Animeville, the newer one with Ryan Reynolds when he starred in it, that was actually filmed in Antioch, which is like 5 minutes from where I live. And if you look real small, you'll see Nick when he was 18 walking through the town to be. That was my first extra.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Hi, Carly.
Yeah. Hey, Carly.
Like the lake scene and everything is in Antioch.
Yeah, or I'm sorry, that's not in Antioch. That's in Silver Lake, Wisconsin.
Oh.
But the church that they filmed at, that's St. Peter's Church in Antioch that they filmed at.
Antioch for me will always hold a special place in my heart. That's the first time. I'm not saying the last time because I am holding out, fingers crossed. We did an event up there called Haunt the Town, and Aaron G. Thompson and myself, they had a bunch of guest investigators, and they stuck us all over town at different locations. And it's just like, all right, you're married to this building. You just stay here all night. So Aaron Thompson and myself had a building. Doogie and another one of the guys from
the Race
Chasers had another building. But as luck would have it, my building, Aaron and my building had a porno store. Like it had the old saloon style doors, squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. And I'm like, what's back here? Click, and it's like adults only, and there's like rubber peepees and stuff hanging on the wall. And I'm like, I'm investigating in this room.
Rubber peepees.
Yeah. I don't know how graphic you guys wanted me to go in detail, so I'll just leave it at rubber peepees. Rubber peepees and DVDs.
There you go. There you go.
Man.
Actually,
how thankful were you that there was no poltergeist activity going on there?
Again.
Yeah, right. Courtney says dibs.
I think that's one place that I really wouldn't want to have my. No, I'm not. I have to stop right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Zero speculation on that. I actually still have a picture of us in that room on my phone.
With the
yeah. And unfortunately, Dale Kazmarek, is that how you say his name?
Kazmarek, yeah.
Kazmarek and Greg Koss, they were also with us that night, and they wanted nothing to do with that room. You know what? We're just going to hang out in the back of here. You guys have fun.
So you guys were at the old, you guys were at JJ Blinkers, which is now gone.
Oh.
They got rid of JJ Blinkers.
They tore the naughty room out.
The naughty room. All them rubber peepees are gone.
The rubber peepee room. I'm crazy. Lock that crazy person up in the padded peepee room.
Oh boy. See, this is why we love having guests on. This is making for a great show. Everybody in the chat is enjoying themselves.
Well, you bring on unhinged TV paranormal investigators to.
Yeah. You don't know how hard it is for me to hold my tongue.
Carly said it all right there. A rip padded peepee room.
You wouldn't want to do that there.
Yeah.
Look, I'm still being haunted by the peepee room. Oh. Calm down. It's just a Wienermobile.
Wiener's a wiener.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness, this turned bad quickly.
Todd just said in the private chat, he's like, I'm gonna piss my pants. Whatever. We're having a good time. This is good.
Ashmore. Remember Ashmore?
Ashmore Estates, yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, where's that? Sorry.
what's Ashmore? But one of the places we do real quick with Antioch is we need to take you to the Lodge of Antioch. Lodge of Antioch. That was also one of the places that they had, and
Is it like a Masonic lodge?
no, the Lodge of Antioch. It's a haunted restaurant that Al Capone did a lot of work at. He did a lot of stuff with the building, and when they first opened the Lodge of Antioch, they went downstairs and they found a whole bunch of bars all over the place, like actual bars, and there were all these like metal doors down there, and they're like, "The hell's these metal doors?"
Yeah.
Well, if rumors are true, if you go underneath Antioch, it's all doors because you can actually go underneath Antioch, and that's where they said Al Capone did like a lot of his dirty work was in Antioch. Whether it's true or not.
In my town, Davenport, Iowa, zero to do with Al Capone, but the way the city's laid out, there's an old part of old Main Street downtown, and we actually got to investigate one of the old bars down there. And you go down in the basement and you go through a door and it opens up into this like hallway, and you can walk the entire block on this hallway and like go down to like the bookstore and then the hair salon, and each building has like a door from the hallway that you can go inside of it.
Wow.
Cool.
I wonder if Antioch's kind of laid out that same way.
Might be. I don't know. Yeah, they've never let anybody down there. But yeah, people are saying Ashmore. What's going on with Ashmore?
Yeah,
We should probably get back to
guys.
Ashmore. But we'll talk later about that. Now, Nick, when you went to Ashmore, did you have an experience that just kind of knocked your socks off?
Absolutely. Multiple, to be exact. So last time I was at Ashmore was October of 2020, before he was famous. Allegedly. October 2020, we visited. It was late in October. It wasn't, it was probably about a week before Halloween. So it was, the leaves were changing, and it's so cute. And it was getting a little chilly out. We're in Ashmore investigating all the way to the top floor down on the new side where they got that big mural painted on the wall of the train and the old guy and the person holding hands, and his son called it home. And we're standing in that room. All of a sudden I get a whiff of lilac. Lilac bushes are long gone by the time you're at like the end of October. And it was before we actually started investigating, we interviewed Robin because we actually made a video out of it. And Robin said, not on the video, but, off the record, he said that one of their tour guys was just lost in a car accident. And he didn't say whether or not she wore lilac, but where I was investigating, I could look into across that like great room into a room that they had set up like a memorial for her. So they had a picture of her and some of her belongings in there. And it's like, was she the lilac?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. And I mean, that same night in that same exact spot, I had the REM pod go off. I had at this point have had, the REM pod for 5 years, and every time it gone off, I was able to explain it away. Oh, somebody was keying up a walkie-talkie, or I was standing too close to it or something. I mean, we were 20 feet away from the REM pod just watching it go. All right, get away from it, and it'll stop. All right, touch it again. It'll go off again. And it's like, this is insane. And on the opposite end of that building, there's a story about, what's her name? Isla Skinner, the little girl that died in the fire.
Yes.
Robin on video said that she doesn't like to be in the dark. That people have many times caught her saying that it's too dark, turn on the lights, this and that. We're standing there talking at the nurse's station on the top floor, and the nurse's station on the top floor is just kind of like a bar, where it's on the second floor, it's like a whole like corner, like a horseshoe, like half a horseshoe shaped bar where the nurse's station is. But on the third floor, it's just a single bar. And my buddy Zach is on the other side of the bar, and I'm standing across the hallway from him with my back facing inside of a room. And we're chatting. And at this point, it's like 2:00 in the morning. And right next to us in the hallway, not in the room behind me, but in the hallway, there was a disembodied voice of a little girl that says, "I can't see." It's the craziest experience I've probably ever had on investigation was that, because we both heard it and instantly thought of Robin's story about her not liking the dark, and we had every single light on in that building that could be on was off, except the outside lights that run a light sensor, and I can't see. And the night only got crazier from that. Footsteps. I was sitting in that room that they remodeled to look like the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting in front of the bed. So there's the bed and then there's the wall. And then just down the wall is the doorway to go out in the hallway. And I was just kind of, no, I wasn't. I was just kind of in front of the bed, and I heard footsteps coming down the hallway, and they stopped right in front of that door to come into the room. And I'm looking to see if I can see anybody out in the hallway. All of a sudden, that bed behind me, I could hear the springs compress on that bed, like somebody just sat on the edge of the bed. And it was crazy. It was a good time. And 10 out of 10, I would go there again every single time I would go there. Plus, there's just so much to see around there. You can actually go to the Skinner girl's grave, which is down the road in Ashmore. Or you can, there's a witch's grave in the opposite direction out in the country. There's this little cemetery that's just off of the main road. And like, if you're not watching for it, you'll miss the entrance to go into it, because it's like surrounded by like shrubbery. Shrubbery. And so you pull in through the shrubbery and you go down this long lane. Then it opens up into this small cemetery, and in the back of the cemetery there's this big headstone that's like a globe. And the story I was told was the lady that's buried there, she said she was going to come back and haunt the town, and the townspeople said F that. And they made her death date February 31st. So there's probably more to the story, but that's all I can remember is, she threatened to come back and haunt the town on the day of her death. And they said, "No, you're not."
Smart thinking, though. Really.
Yeah, that's definitely smart.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to go to a real quick commercial break. When we come back, we will show you some videos of Ashmore Estates and a few more of our experiences there. We'll be right back.
Heard a girl scream down here.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm listening.
Very well. Thank you so much.
Welcome back, everybody, to WLTK-DB. I did it!
Right?
Nailed
First
it.
time. Ooh, he can never say the letters right. He
I
just
can't. It's
Welcome back to the
yeah, pretty much.
I'm Nick Scarlo.
Well, welcome back to Haunted Experiences in 60 with hold on. What did he say? Oh, he's laughing with Diana Henry, Nick Sarlo, myself, and we have Nick Simons from Netflix's 28 Days Haunted. Plus,
Yay!
you can see him on YouTube. He's also on YouTube.
YouTube.com/Ghost Crier Videos.
There we go.
You'll see myself and Aaron G. Thompson back when we were little bitty babies investigating.
Little babies.
Yep.
Oh, the Leelas.
We were talking about Ashmore Estates. There's definitely some experiences that we have had there. Nick just explained his. Diana, do you want to explain the exact, almost same experience that Nick had that we had?
What?
Yeah. We're sitting in a room. It was a bedroom, but then it had that like the couches or something in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden we heard people coming, and we're like, "Oh, let's scare the crap out of them." That's what we do. so we hide all our phones, and we hear them walking up. There was a group. It was more than one.
Mm-hmm.
They were like talking to each other, and they're walking up, and we're waiting for them to come, and waiting for them to come, and waiting for them to come. And we're like, well, where the hell did they go? Because we thought they went into the room next to us. No, there was nobody on the floor except for us. So that was like, no way.
And we're both looking out of the room like,
where
do
are
we
they?
go? And at a point we were like, well, we don't really want to get up now because we were kind of scared to get up for a minute. Like, where the fuck are all these people at?
Actually, my thought was like, they're gonna jump out at me and scare me. Just
You're right.
This is what I just heard.
So, there was nobody there, but it was that exact same room that you were talking
legs
about.
were burning from being crouched and ready to leap out any minute now. Legs are starting to hurt.
Yes. No, yeah, we were just like, oh, idiot.
Yeah, and we were like,
stupid ghosts.
Well, here we go.
There's more fun in the haunted pee-pee asylum.
Oh my god.
Oh god, we're never gonna live that down, are we?
With that said, there is some dark history to Ashmore. If you find the time to look it up, it was pretty wild in the 80s, and actually ended up people in power out there that were supposed to be taking care of individuals in the 80s that wound up arrested for some dirty things, and that's only contributing to the hauntings that could be there. I mean, because I'm sure they did lose people during the 80s, and they have lost people over the years. There's a cemetery straight out the front door. Well, not the front door, but straight off the side of the building, across the cornfield, across the highway, and then across another cornfield. There's actually a cemetery lost in the woods that folks like us can't go to because it's on private property. Robin, fortunately, was able to get back in there and get photos of all the people's headstones that are buried back there, and you can tie all of them to Ashmore Estates at one point in time, whether it was in the 30s, 40s, or 50s. All those people that are buried there came from Ashmore. Sad.
Oh yeah. I still think that there's a lot of, I was feeling stuff around the grounds too, not necessarily inside of the building as well.
Oh, absolutely. I felt like drawn to the cornfield behind Ashmore. So Ashmore sits this way, the main drag's here. There's a field back here, and it was over in the corner. Like I was like drawn over there, especially at night. Like I just felt like this energy. And after talking to Robin about it, in the weeks after our major investigation there, he actually sent me a voicemail or a voice message and said that he was able to talk to a lady whose father was like head honcho at Ashmore during the 40s. And she said that she, as a child, like her parents, where that trailer is out there, you know what I'm talking about? There's a mobile home out there.
Right.
one of Robin's employees lives in that and just kind of watches the building. But during the 40s, there was an actual house there, and that's where the like head guy that ran Ashmore would live in that house. And this woman that Robin Terry talked to, she was the daughter of this guy and lived in that house. And she's told Robin a story about remembering looking out the back window to this spot in the field that I'm talking about, and that Diana's shaking her head about, and seeing somebody digging a hole out there at night. And so you kind of got to wonder if they did like the main cemetery's across the road, but what if they had like a pauper's field out in that field directly behind Ashmore? And it's worth getting ground penetrating radar and checking out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I remember when we were walking around there, Diana, at night, you kept feeling like you were
wanting to walk out into the field. I was like, I didn't want to stop at the edge. I just wanted to keep walking out there. But I was like, okay.
Absolutely.
We definitely got to go back to Ashmore Estates again, and it was a great time there. And I think one of my more memorable experiences was getting chased by a bat. Let's show that.
Yeah, this is fun.
Help!
I don't even remember. I was just like, get this shit out of here.
Oh my goodness, Bill. There's a bat, you guys. Run.
Wait. This is hilarious.
I gotta find it. Hold on.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, is that Kara Phillip? Wow. Let's go to prison, everybody. Kara Phillip is here.
Kara Phillip.
Hello.
When you go, I want to go. Absolutely, I'm gonna get you to go.
That would be a blast.
The big guy, Bill Walters here. Everybody tuck your shirts in.
Oh.
Boss is here. Everybody look busy.
Be presentable now.
Nothing to see here, boss. Just sweeping.
All right. Did it pop up? Okay. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Maybe. Help! Help! There, that's actually the picture of the cemetery right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to the left.
Yeah. I didn't hear any audio on that.
You didn't hear any audio? Hold on.
No.
Can you hear it now?
No, sir.
No.
Can you hear it now?
Nothing.
Yeah. So I can tell you how that went.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Nick's y'all, take, recording and stuff like that. And all of a sudden he's like, starts screaming, and he turns around, he's running, and he's like, there's a bat. And I said, yeah, come to mama. Yeah, she's gonna protect you from a bat she can't see.
Nick or the bat? Which one's supposed to come to mama?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, really?
We actually caught a shadow figure 180 degrees the other direction at the end of the hallway in the stairwell. It just kind of leaned around the edge of the doorway to go to the stairwell itself, and then just went right back, and it was gone.
It's kind of like Indiana State. Yep.
Yeah, with that one. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, Ashmore is Kara, I agree about going to Joliet State Prison, but we'll save that for another episode of why we can't go and all that fun stuff.
Deep breath, everybody.
Here's that face again.
So we did do one thing where it was kind of like the challenge was.
Yes, I have that video. Let me see if I can
Do
find
you? Hey. Well, I'll talk a little bit while you find it.
it. All right.
So, but the challenge was you had to go in alone, and you had to go through the whole building, each floor, before you came out. I was.
I did that at like 4:00 in the morning. Like the sun wasn't even beginning to come up, and I went through the whole thing by myself, all the way down into the sub basement even. And yeah, I still have it on a SD card around here somewhere of
There, yeah.
my journey. I was like power walking through there. I'm like,
Exactly.
nothing here, nothing here, nothing here.
I'm so glad I wasn't the only one that did that.
Well,
Like,
because you get in there and you're alone, and like you start off hard as nails, and
Right.
then after you run into the first mannequin that you forgot about,
Yep.
you turn into a bent nail. And by the time you see the second mannequin that you forgot about, you're a U-shaped nail. And that's the worst part. Like you can be there one time and the mannequin's somewhere, and then some time passes, then you return again, and then there's the mannequin's moved. So like you're like, where'd it go? And then you turn around and it's right behind it. Oh, oh,
Yeah, right. So hopefully you guys can hear it.
nope. That's a nice laser grid. I have that one as well.
Yep, I got that from
GhostStop.com.
Yep, that'd be it.
As made popular by the Tennessee Wraith Chasers.
But if you watch, you'll see the equipment and stuff randomly start going off.
Yep.
And this is when everybody went by themselves. Like there's the REM pod.
Did you just kick it?
Right. Just start kicking shit.
Hey, that's expensive.
no touchy.
And see, we had to wave out the window that we were at the next level, and then we go right back up.
I always wanted to do that. I was just afraid about like hurting somebody. But like we had an event at Edinburgh Manor, and nobody wanted to go. We were going to place a flashlight in certain windows, and you had to go click the flashlight on, then turn it off, and then walk to the next window without a flashlight.
Yeah.
And then up here, so this is the third level. That is that room right there. That's the memorial room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's it. And I believe this next room beyond this door is the fancy room.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, you passed that. Never mind. Yeah, nobody behind you. That was the Riverbend Paranormal Room. Brian Murray, Richelle Stratton. That's where I was when I heard that voice right there.
I can't
And that's
see.
the nurse's station, right?
Yep. Now, if you go all the way down these stairs, the only graffiti left in the building that Robin didn't cover up or remove is at the bottom of these stairs. And it's such a cool saying. It's about something about being stuck in the dark, and it's just.
Yep. It definitely fits.
Yeah.
I still remember this, like the memory of like, shit, I got to get through here. I got to get through here.
It's permanently etched in your brain.
Yeah.
Right.
He wakes up in a cold sweat at night about it, like this. Oh! He's got
this is when both of them were going.
Oh, run. And he runs. All right. Nice work, Nick.
There you go.
There's the window. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do we investigate? So we can run away.
Pretty much. But no,
For cardio.
I would love.
Right?
Yeah, right. Good. I would love to go back to Ashmore Estates. We should all go. It would definitely be fun.
Yeah, it'd be a blast.
And
yeah, very much so.
Would you ever, Nick? Now, would you ever sleep in the building?
Absolutely. I've slept inside of Edinburgh Manor, Malvern Manor, Villisca Axe Murder House, Captain Grant's Inn. So I'd have no quarrels about sleeping inside of the building.
Is there a place in there that you wouldn't sleep?
In the old lunchroom, that little area that's like, it's got like windows inside the building.
Yeah.
Back in there, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
But I'd definitely sleep in there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would sleep in there. I mean, maybe if they got rid of the freaking bat, but we'd be good with that.
It's in my hair. It's in my hair.
Now, if it was in Diana's hair, we'd have problems.
You'd never find it. Don't lie. It'd be in there going, oh, making me gravy.
That would look like when you drop a chocolate chip into cookie dough, just bloop, and he's gone. All right. You'd see the hair just engulf him. He'd be like, help! Help!
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, it's already that time. It's 8:50 already. That went super quick. I know that went
It really
quick.
did.
Yeah. Now, Nick, where can people find out more about you if they're interested in the stuff?
This little name right here, at Big Nick Simons. You can find me everywhere on all the social spaces except Threads. I didn't take the time to go there, but I think I'm even on eBay as this name here. I don't have anything for sale. I buy a lot, but I don't sell anything. But
Man.
you can find me at Big Nick Simons everywhere.
Well,
That's
perfect.
awesome.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank
joining us
you.
tonight
Thank
about
It was a lot of
Ashmore
fun.
Estates.
Yeah.
Bill says, well, love you all. Have a great night. See you all soon. Thanks, Bill.
Bill missed
Thanks,
the
Bill.
very in-depth conversation about the haunted peepees. the rubber peepees.
The rubber peepees
Yeah.
mixed with Bill's nuts.
That better be a hashtag by the end of the evening.
Right.
Hashtag peepees rubber.
That's it. Oh my god.
Great. We're all gonna go on an investigation one time. Watch, we'll go to Ashmore. We'll hear an EVP. Rubber peepees.
Yeah.
And then we'll all be like, oh.
Oh, that's how you'll know that I have mastered astral projection. Is just following you guys around from my quarters here in Iowa. And just peepees made of rubber. Damn it, Nick's here. Who put pork rinds and bush light inside a pentagram? You have summoned him.
You summon the summer of rubber peepees.
Yes.
Oh my god. It was the funnest show ever.
And the wind
my
cries, rubber peepees.
I can't see.
God. I think Nick, you need a shirt now that says the haunted. I survived the haunted pee-pee room.
Antioch, Illinois. When was that? 2017.
Oh my god. I'll make that happen.
Oh God. There's gonna
Bill's
be
got a shirt machine. He could probably hook us up with 30
Right.
shirts to give away at the next Broadhead event.
He's on it.
Yeah.
on it.
We'll go down to Piggly Wiggly and get their misprints. So the front it'll say Piggly Wiggly, on the back will say Haunted Rubber Peepees, Antioch, Illinois. People that can put two and two together say, "What in the hell? There ain't even a Piggly Wiggly in Antioch."
Actually, there is.
Whoa, there is.
There is a Piggly Wiggly in Antioch.
I'll be damned.
Oh God. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you guys later. I'm not sure about next week's show yet. Still trying to decide of a topic. But there's another show coming on in 5 minutes.
I got an idea.
Exploring the haunt. Never mind.
Okay.
Exploring the haunted adults tour in
There
Antioch.
you go. Is it real or is it Memorex? No. Oh man.
The city
God.
tore it down. It exists only in memory.
What is this, Titanic? It
Yeah.
exists only in my memory.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh,
All right,
my
guys,
God.
everybody take care, and we will see you guys next week on a
Thanks,
brand
Nick.
new
Thanks for joining us.
haunted
Thanks for
experience.
having me. Sorry about your show.
It was great.
All right, bye, guys.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.